At 86 years old, many pundits are saying that Roscoe Bartlett should not have run for re-election in the Maryland 6th Congressional District this year and gone out on a high note. He's in a tight battle against John Delaney, a Democrat that many Republicans could like, as he's an entrepreneur who's created lots of jobs. Bartlett is one of the founders of the Congressional Tea Party caucus, and he recently spoke of the Patriot Act as a violation of civil rights and said ignoring the Constitution is a slippery slope before suggesting a parallel with Nazi Germany. After that, he suggested that federal student loans were unconstitutional and cited the Holocaust as an example of what happens when government heads down the wrong path. He apologized for both comments. Now, Jim, as an active Republican, how do you respond to all of this?
He was wrong. He was totally wrong. You don't compare anything with the slaughter of 6 million Jews. He was wrong. However, he did apologize immediately, and I know him. I've known the congressman for about 10 years. He's a very decent, religious, family man. I'm sure it was unintended. He chose the wrong words. He was wrong. He apologized. I think we have to move on.
MPT, Maryland Public Television, had John Delaney a week before last on their Friday night program, State Circle. And last week, Roscoe Bartlett was supposed to have his turn. They called that morning and said he's not going to be showing up. He also has not responded to any debates, as best I know. Is that the way he's going to win this election?
No, not at all. I'm disappointed, I'll be honest with you. I think he's had a great career, distinguished career, a senior statesman in our party, but I want to see him fire up more. Right now I'm disappointed. I hope he wins. I'm going to vote for him, but he's got to fire it up. He can't take 20 years of incumbency for granted because nobody knows him in Montgomery County. We're ready to work for him. We got to get going.
I think Bartlett's going to have all he can handle from John Delaney. He's a very smart guy. He has a great business acumen. His messaging is great, and he's got a lot of money. But I think the Democrats are going to have a lot of problems with John Delaney because there's not a single elected Democrat out of Montgomery County who's a business person, and he's a business guy. He will stand up to the unions, and I think that could be a problem. But more than anything else, he's bipartisan, and I know this because I met him for the first time last month at a Chick-fil-A. This is a guy that has enough courage to put a chicken sandwich where his mouth is, and he'll say no to Mike Miller and yes to a God-fearing chicken sandwich at a Chick-fil-A. How are the Democrats going to deal with a guy like that?